Celebrities being blacklisted from the industry is nothing of a new tale, however the reasons behind it all vary from a variety of different situations and scenarios. I'm your host Michaela, let's jump right in. Who's a Hollywood celebrity you feel didn't deserve to get blacklisted? Let me know in the comments below. Taking our 10th spot is Katherine Heigl. Katherine is still an active presence in Hollywood after her start in 1992, however she was one of many blacklisted since approximately 2008. Hollywood has been known as the quote, very big small town due to how quickly word travels from mouth to mouth about which stars refuse to work with who. The same instance was claimed by Katherine to have happened to her back in 2008 at the time when rumors were circulating about Katherine being difficult to work with on set, which supposedly resulted in her Grey's Anatomy role being drastically reduced. Despite the cause, the apparent situation took a hard toll on Katherine's mental well-being once she described her fellow Hollywood creatives' refusal to work with her. There is a bright side here though, as Katherine seems to have refreshed her mental health and stepped back onto the scene of Hollywood. She's had 2 series alone released this year so far. The actress, film producer, and former model became best known for her ABC medical drama portrayal of Dr. Isabel Stevens. For her work on Grey's, Katherine was rewarded with the Outstanding Supporting Actress in a Drama Series Primetime Emmy Award. If you're enjoying today's WATN, don't forget to smash that subscribe button for more fun celebrity videos. Taking our 9th spot is Dalton Trumbo. Dalton was blacklisted in the year 1947, as mentioned a little earlier, but his active years in the industry ranged from 1936 to 1947, and then again through a technical rebirth from 1961 until 1973. The reason behind Dalton's blacklisting was due to the infamous Hollywood 10 scandal. This specific class was one that many did not want any involvement in. The name was established for a group of screenwriters under Joseph McCarthy's HUAC, which stands for the House Un-American Activities Committee. This group was described as beings who had quote, communist sympathies at the height of the so-called Red Scare. The Red Scare is reported to be a promotional, wide-ranging fear tactic involved with a quote, potential rise of communism, anarchism, or other leftist ideologies by a society or state. The 2 periods of history within the United States often included these terms and were referred to by its name. With all that said, reports flew about that the Hollywood 10, with the inclusion of Dalton, formulated an inventive method of penning under a pseudonym. Basically, while he was being blacklisted, Dalton, in accordance with co-writers and aliases, was awarded 2 Oscars for The Brave One and Roman Holiday. He didn't see any personal credit under his birth name until years after the Red Scare scandal, and it was at that point when Dalton saw the Academy give him his due credit. Dalton has been reported to be arguably the most talented and most famous blacklisted Oscar-winning screenwriter known to history through the Hollywood 10. Taking our 8th spot is Thora Birch. Thora is another currently active Hollywood actress since 1988 whose life faltered after being blacklisted, as she was bagging successful roles like Hocus Pocus prior. However, by 2010 she stopped seeing jobs flowing due to a massive rumor about her supposed attitude. Similar to Katherine, Thora was axed out of the H-Town scene when it was not so politely claimed that Thora was difficult to work with, basically alluding that she was a total B-word. But the most surprising thing, the incident in question didn't seem to be particularly her fault. The American Beauty actress was branded with a problematic label when she was dismissed from the Broadway run of Dracula, following her father/manager allegedly threatening another actor who was starring in the play. Word on the street is no one is sure who's to blame in the end, but Thora saw a rather lackluster work life since. The actress is best known for her Jane Birmingham role in the 1999 film American Beauty. Taking our 7th spot is Isaiah Washington. Isaiah was a rather iconic, semi-long-term addition to Grey's Anatomy during his time on the show, but that all came crashing down in 2007 when he was blacklisted for pulling a can't zip his mouth moment Roseanne Barr style. From 1991 to the year his life pretty much changed forever, Isaiah was decently active in Hollywood. However, during the Golden Globes in 2007, Isaiah was overheard spewing some rather offensive remarks against those in the LGBTQ+ community. This situation resulted in the Grey's team pulling the plug on Isaiah's contract in their medical drama. Still, compared to the majority of actors who were reported to have been blacklisted in Hollywood, Isaiah managed to obtain quite a few roles since. But in the words of Isaiah, he once said about the ABC executives, "They killed the actor in me on June 7, 2007. After first making a couple of appearances in films, Isaiah branded himself in Hollywood for his Dr. Preston Burke portrayal during the first 3 seasons of the Grey's Anatomy series between 2005 and 2007. Taking our 6th spot is Brendan Fraser. Brendan has been an active being in Hollywood from 1991 to the present day, but he saw his blacklisting back in 2018. On another end of the spectrum for SA, rather than the man-to-woman scenario, there is the man-to-man one. And in Brendan's case, the American-Canadian actor once claimed that he was a victim of exactly the latter during a 2018 public event. The Mummy actor actor formally alleged that the moment he went to shake the hand of Philip Burke, the Hollywood Foreign Press Association or AFPA president, Philip allegedly grabbed his rear instead of his palm. At first, Brendan was reported to have shied away from the spotlight, but soon found the courage to bravely and very publicly call out Philip for the indecency. However, not much longer after this incident, Brendan further claimed that his job saw a complete full stop. Brendan is most popular for his The Mummy trilogy role as Rick O'Connell. Outside of his role mentioned prior, Brendan also saw additions to other films like Journey to the Center of the Earth, Looney Tunes Back in Action, Bedazzle, and Encino Man. Taking our 5th spot is Gina Carano. From 2008 to now, Gina has been a constant presence in Hollywood, but maybe not so much after 2021 when she was blacklisted AF. The former MMA fighter can obviously hold her own in a fight, we know that much, and it's probably the reason why she was cast in the Star Wars-centric universe series The Mandalorian as Cara Dune. Fans are enraptured by Gina's character, who assisted in the planet-hopping adventures of Mando and Grogu. But then Gina pretty much screwed her own success over when she made an awkwardly inappropriate statement on social media describing being a quote, "Republican in Hollywood today is like being Jewish in Germany." She was fired from Lucasfilm from the show, and her character was never once mentioned afterwards. And despite Gina still dabbling in the field of acting, her image has yet to recover. Before her fame fall though, Gina was well known and adored as a previous mixed martial artist holding a 12-1 record. She was also popular for her Fast and Furious 6 role playing Riley Hicks. Taking our 4th spot is Elizabeth Berkley. Elizabeth's activity in Hollywood started in 1986 and still technically holds out today, but she was blacklisted rather quickly for her time in the spotlight in 1995. When the reportedly infamous Flash Fest Showgirls hit theaters with a rather unimpressive impression on audiences in the fall of 1995, it was Elizabeth who took the hardest fall. Back then, she was best known for her iconic work on Saved by the Bell as Jessie Spano. So the shock that viewers experienced from her Nomi role in Showgirls as an inspiring Vegas dancer who spends the majority of time on screen wearing very little quite obviously led to mass disappointment. The film eventually became a running joke in pop culture, and Elizabeth blamed the film's failure as the reason why she wasn't able to get credible industry roles afterwards. However, when an SBB reunion emerged a few years back, Elizabeth's fans and the general public seem to have long forgotten about her very public shame. Elizabeth has starred in other well-known on-screen works like Baywatch, Any Given Sunday, and The Curse of the Jade Scorpion. Taking our 3rd spot is Stacey Dash. Stacey saw an active streak in Hollywood from 1982 onward, but was shunned from Hollywood in 2016 and hasn't really recovered much since. Her supporting role in the 1995 teen rom-com Clueless made for a rather promising career for Stacey looking into the future, but then came her notorious Oscars moment with Chris Rock, which had her acting life crumbling down before her. The two stars were said to have engaged in an odd verbal spat on stage, and Stacey eventually took offense to their back and forth and alleged that she may not have been quote black enough. Now in realistic terms, Stacey technically did not owe any apologies for her conservative beliefs or her skin tone. However, the entertainment industry put their foot down when she publicly spoke out in 2016 about being against Black History Month. Prior to her exiling herself in Hollywood, Stacey saw great fame as a star of Clueless, playing Dion Marie Davenport, as well as appearing in music videos like Kanye West's Alls Fall Down and Carl Thomas's Emotional. Taking our 2nd spot is Charlie Sheen. Charlie is another Hollywood actor who is still a current presence in Hollywood and has been since 1984, but 2011 saw his social demise and Hollywood credibility in line with his reportedly bad boy image. Charlie seemed to have pushed the disapproval bar so far that he eventually got fired from his 2.5 Men role. Between this chaotic event and his supposed rise to becoming one of Hollywood's worst stars to exist, the star was dating and marrying high-profile stars, dabbling in hard substances, admitting and leaving rehab, and having run-ins with the law. But apparently the final straw for Charlie was his brutal rant towards his successful sitcom co-star Jon Cryer. The incident was said to be the sole reason Charlie was axed from the series. Not very long after the outburst, Charlie was questioned on whether he was bipolar, to which he claimed he was bi-winning. I'm sure you can see this wasn't a strong reason for directors to pick up the phone and call Charlie for any other work. In a supposed attempt to smooth over his past actions, Charlie later acted under his birth name, Carlos Estevez, in Machete Kills in 2013. Taking our 1st spot is Monique. Monique was on a bit of a streak when she was first active in Hollywood between 2000 and 2009, and then again from 2014 to 2016. However, that gap in between was due to her getting blacklisted, specifically in 2010. Monique took the industry by surprise when she was awarded the Best Supporting Actress at the 2010 Oscars for her show-stopping portrayal as Precious's mother in the Gabriel Sidibe character titled Film. Yet when stars win Oscars, they typically receive a pay raise and numerous job offers, but Monique counteracted these claims to say the opposite proved true for her. Rumors that she was shunned because she didn't schmooze enough during the Oscars were at the forefront of her career, and Monique has only seen 7 active job jobs since she won, with 2 of them still being unreleased. That's been today's WATN. Thanks for watching, friends.